Hi Cancer, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So I'm going to pull you one additional guidance card and I'll shuffle the rest of the deck. So what's going on for Cancer this week? Very I don't know how you've found this week. Mars has been conjunct the North Node in Cancer. Very powerful, coming up to eclipse season. I think it's going to be a lot's going to be happening from now to the end of July, Cancer, okay? Particularly around the emotions. But don't fear. It's very, when the North Node hits your sign, your sign is always the star of the show because it's the energy that the whole planet is trying to evolve into. So, but it very brings an awful lot of destined things to it. Very interesting time. Oh, you got the clean it up card. I really like this card actually. The guy's got a broom. Not the guy, I think he's a reindeer. He's got this broom. So there's obviously something that needs a little bit of resolution here, which is the clean it up card. Tends to show up when a conversation maybe needs to happen, or something's not reached. Something's not been completed in a way that's clean. So imagine the Fool card as a clean ending. Yeah, looks like something is not at its resolution yet. So let's find out where this is showing up. I am really not surprised that is your card. And it might be a theme that goes on for the eclipse season. Okay? But don't worry, I love eclipse season. I'm sorry, it's like a wild ride. But the trick is to go with the flow, Cancer, and not go with the flow with what's developing and finish as many chapters as you possibly can, because in reality we should always be trying to be at the full card, and anything that robs your peace of mind means it's unfinished business. Anyhow, I've gone on for ages. Let me split the cards a little bit, please. And please give me clear messages for the sign of Cancer for the week ahead. And it'll be 18 years, Cancer, before you have this alignment again. So make sure you get everything that you want out of it. So 6 cards, please, for the sign of Cancer. Please make them straightforward. Knight of Cups behind you, yeah. That's pretty straightforward. Although the gift is a 10 of Wands. That's an interesting gift. Again, that's probably where the clean it up energy is coming from. Which means this 10 of Wands is about to be dropped. Very oppressive energy. But it's the ending of a chapter. So the ace begins again. And that's the best way to handle having a nodal return back, guys, on your sun. Page of Wands in your relationships, beautiful. 4 of Swords underneath the 10 of Wands. Okay. Then you get your card as the outcome. So this Knight of Cups behind you and the Page of Wands is how people are showing up for you. Page of Wands is a card of opportunities. Someone might be stepping forward, because in this deck, this Page of Wands tends to step forward, offering his wand, okay? So this wand can be anything. This can be about new potentials, new opportunities. Might be romantic, might be sexual again. So there could be this sort of relational energy. Any clarity on the... Oh, there you go. You get your Fool. The only way you're going to get this Fool is if you use the 10 of Wands as the gift. And the 10 of Wands is... There's so many stories about this 10 of Wands. But because you got that clean it up card, these 10 wands need to be cleaned up. This can be anything. When it shows up in a love reading for me, I tend to see it as someone who's not karmically available to go down a special road because they're still carrying these 10 of wands. But because it's showing up as the gift for you, there could be an energy of either you're completing it, or there's a relationship in your life, that someone who matters for you, someone who's in your sort of energy, and they're just completing a chapter. And as they complete this oppressive cycle, they get to appear in your life in this full energy, and this beautiful little Page of Wands, which is very, and it's almost a very innocent energy. And the only way they're going to be there is if they deal with that 10 of Wands. Or maybe this is you that has to deal with it. So the 10 of Wands will always be stories of our past. Anything that we have on our shoulders, like if you've got tension in your shoulders or your back, it's always a sign, oh my God, I'm carrying stuff that needs to be put down. I'm a bit intrigued because this is showing up in the Knight of Cups is here. I think for some of you this might be a story that's been going on for a while. For some of you, actually I think it probably is. I mean, it's not a king. Who's this Knight of Wands, please? No, who's the Knight of Cups? One card. Okay, the King of Swords. The King of Swords can speak about someone who's quite, now how to say this, very sort of emotionally. You know the picture Narnia? I always think the King of Swords is like the Ice Queen. So quite emotionally being quite shut down. But these are completely different energies showing up in your relationship cards. So I don't know what is going on here, but I know it's to do, definitely to do with this North Node. It's got Mars in it. All the eclipse season might just be the release of this 10 of Wands. It's either going to be for you or it's going to be the people that you're dealing with, because at the end of the day, it's exactly the same thing. Yeah? Because people bring us our karma, for better or for worse. But the 10 of Wands is the gift, which means these 10 of Wands are being dropped. And this beautiful new energy is coming through. The challenge is the 7 of Pentacles. So isn't it always? The challenge is always about letting the process develop. Yeah. Letting the 7 mature over time the way that it naturally wants to. Give me one more challenge card. I didn't expect such a complex reading, Cancer. I'm not sure why. Yeah, there you go. So the story continues, and what's also continuing here, you don't just put the 10 of Wands down and become the full Cancer. Actually, maybe some people do. They have this, maybe they do, but I don't know many of them. It tends to be an unfolding, things are moving one step at a time, and that looks at what's happening here. And that's for the 7 of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups is a challenge. So you letting the process grow and complete is going to be your challenge. Because underneath the 10 of Wands is the 4 of Swords, which means you're going into retreat and rest, and it's got the Moon card right next to it. So these both represent that need to go within, basically, and to nurture, rest, rebuild your energy, and allow this 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles to complete itself. Anything after the Moon card that you want? Yeah, I could feel it. Queen of Wands. So that could be another person, or that could be actually you, because very much growing into your power, yeah, because that tends to be what a nodal return is, about growing into your confidence, your self-esteem, yeah. And when we grow into our self-esteem and self-confidence, then this Ten of Wands energy, either we don't attract it anymore, or the people around us start to go through changes so they can meet us energetically the way that we need to be met. You know what, see, sometimes life is incredibly simple, and it becomes simple when we really, really, really take control of our energy, and when we really sort of, when we own energies like the Queen of Wands, because everything begins to change when we turn up for ourselves very differently. I'm intrigued with what's going on here. I think some of you, there's brand new, loads of brand new cycles happening here, but you're still dealing with that Ten of Wands and that Seven of Pentacles. But everyone has to deal with that for them to get to the Fool, which makes me think for some of you, this reading is more about the people that you're dealing with, because the Moon reflects other people, and because you're a water sign, you're always going to get whatever people are dealing with that you're in relationship with is always going to be part of your energy. When you get cards like the Queen of Wands, it means you're taking back a lot of being your own driver of your own destiny. But definitely there's something really interesting going on here. Can I have one more card with that Ten of Wands, please? One Ten of Wands. Yeah, Five of Discs. Again, cards like the Ten of Wands and the Five of Discs are not far off the same card, to tell you the truth. But because of the Ten of Wands is a gift, it's something that's completing itself. And this is trying to move towards some sort of resolution, because the Hat is entering into the solution. But there's definitely going to be the energy of patience. And if we've got a problem with energies like patience, it means we're not attuned to universal law, because universal law is always about how the seed grows and develops over time. We all have problems with it, but these cards compared to these cards, it means there's something huge going on here, some huge shift in your relationship dynamics. And if it's not showing up in the external, it's going to be in the internal, which means you're no longer carrying the energy of the past, and you're the one who's this Fool card, full of excitement about new potentials and new beginnings, and feeling very this very exciting energy of the Wands about all the potentials that are there for you. And you know what? I'm incredibly excited about how this is all going to develop over the next 6 weeks for you. Okay, Cancer, I'll speak to you next week. Loads of love. Bye.